Sales Pro Fearless Selling. My name is Jim Ullery, and I'm the president of the Center for Organizational Energy, the producers and providers of Sales Pro Professional Selling System, PSS. I've been an instructor for PSS for over 25 years. The selling process is taught in Sales Pro Professional Selling System, and it uses the best practices and research findings to define a sales process. If you've missed any episodes of Sales Pro Fearless Selling, you can follow our link to the library of tips we provide on a regular basis. In addition to probing, transitioning, and closing, you also have to be able to recognize and handle a number of customer attitudes. The exciting part of these concerns is that the presence of the concern, or as some salespeople call them, the presence of the objection, actually enhances the likelihood of a positive outcome for the call. We share why in class. We'd love to have you join us. The main task as a professional salesperson is to skillfully direct the sales interaction through a successful close, no matter what your customer's attitude or concern is. How would you define a customer attitude of acceptance? Well, acceptance is a customer's statement of agreement with or approval of a benefit that you have shared. Whenever you describe a benefit, you should carefully evaluate the customer's attitude toward that benefit. If you're not sure what the customer's attitude is, you should probe to determine the attitude. Now, define the attitude of skepticism. Skepticism occurs when the customer questions or they doubt that your product can provide the benefit that you say it will. In the program, we learn that when a customer expresses skepticism, a proof statement should be made. To make a proof statement, you cite a proof source that you believe would be acceptable to the customer and would overcome their skepticism. After you make a proof statement, you should carefully evaluate your customer's attitude toward the proof that you provided. If the customer rejects the proof source, you have a need to clearly understand why it was rejected. That gives you at least some direction to go in to correct the failed proof statement that you provided. You would not want to provide a magazine article only to find that the customer does not give credence to magazine articles. If you have a clear understanding of why the proof was rejected, you should then provide the customer with a secondary or more acceptable source of proof. Indifference is a customer statement indicating the lack of interest in your product because the customer doesn't see a need for its benefits. Indifference can occur for a number of reasons. A customer simply may see no need for the type of product or service that you sell. Or the customer may be satisfied with an inherently developed system or procedure. They may just plain like the sales organization they're dealing with better than you and your firm. Later in this series, I'm going to do a whole session on the subject of indifference and even the subject of economic indifference, which is very prevalent in these times. A customer may also be indifferent because of satisfaction with a competitive product or internally developed system or service. As I said before, they may just plain like the other supplier better than you. In the next episode, I'm going to deal with how to handle indifference. This is Jim Ullery, the writer and instructor of Sales Pro PSS. Check us out at professionalsellingsystem.com. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Sales Pro Fearless Selling.